How's everybody doing? So I'm getting ready to finish the assembly on this 394 to 95, and I just wanted to film this part mainly because, you know, 395s are relatively easy to pull apart. They're relatively easy to put back together again. But this part I wanted to get on video because I'm going to be turning this Walbro WJ39 that impulses through the intermediate flange here, or intake block, whatever you prefer to call it, and swapping it around to use a pulse line off the cylinder is what I'm going to be doing. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is disassemble this cylinder here. Take this air horn off. That wasn't even very tight, that bottom one wasn't. I like obnoxiously long drivers so I can spin them that way. It helps me pull everything apart quicker. Okay, so this is not going to be needed. This gasket won't be needed. This will be the only two things you will need. This kit is the kit from HL Supply. It's sold as a kit because they essentially just put everything you need for the conversion in here. The majority of it looks to be aftermarket. Some things appear to be OEM. I wonder if I can pull this off without cheating using an IPL, never having taken one of these apart before. Alright, so that's essentially all the stuff that, a lot of it's cross. Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. For the most part, little small pieces like this aren't bad quality. It takes a lot to screw up something that easy to make. Alright, so we're going to pull this carburetor apart because we need access to the pump cover. You're kidding. I have these little holes here for mounting and stuff like that, and that screw fell right in that freaking hole, man. So I got all the port work done to the other cylinder. What is this? A Walbro WJ? think I have a kit for it. Pretty sure I bought a kit. Not sure what my mentality for stripping the kit was. I don't think it was running quite right. Okay. Alright. So what we have to do here is we have to drill and tap for the impulse nipple here. And what I'm doing is locating where the impulse comes in through the carb body, and I'm going to JV weld this pump cover shut because I can replace this. This for the most part is easily replaceable and it's relatively cheap. This is not, so I don't recommend putting JV weld in this. Okay, so here is the impulse. It is OEM Walbro. That is the part number. What we're going to do is we're going to get a size to make sure I have a drill bit that is small enough that when I push this in, that it is not going to, like, it's going to fit snug. So this bit here is 5/32 or 3.92 millimeters. This nipple is 3.98 millimeters. So you have 6.06 millimeters difference. Like, that's not not super comfortable with that tight a fit. .55 by 3.9. Yeah, all right. So that's a little better. So this is a 9/6. No, upside down. Yeah, this is a 9/64. So that's what I'll end with. I'll start with a 1/8. Okay. So let's look at this pump cover. This bump here is where the impulse comes in at, and this cylindrical protrusion is the center of this impulse this impulse channel here. Because what you want is you want that right in the center. Right? You don't want it anywhere but the center. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to find the center by measuring .24 millimeters, so 12 millimeters. Yeah, alright, so I got the center right there. The center is going to be right there. Not all the way down here, but in the middle of that. Okay, so I'm gonna I think I have yes, alright. A little punch here. And I'm going to punch that. Okay. So I can get that started. Get this drilled. I think I'm going to need a smaller drill bit, to be honest with you, to get it started. Just about all my small ones are broke. I have very few real small ones left. They all end up breaking. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but the reason why I measured it from the bottom is I knew that the center of that, just by looking at it, was not going to be the center of the impulse chamber. You want it in the center of the impulse chamber. Alright, now I can move up. Okay. One more. what I'll do is I'll just take a piece of sandpaper and go over this to get the burrs off the inside. Make sure there's none on the outside. Okay. Now, based on how this sits in here, it's going to be bolted to the carburetor. So this is the top impulse. It's going to be situated. So you're looking at it like this. So the impulse should point this way. Looks like I am going to have to go up to a larger drill bit because there's no way that's going to fit. Let's see, 7/64. Man, there's a big jump between 5/32 and 1/8, isn't it? Yeah, there's a 9/64 right there. We'll do that. Well, that fits. So what's after 9/64? I mean, after 9/64 is 5/32. So never mind. I stand corrected. See, a lot of these videos, sometimes they're not super planned out. So it looks like I am going to have to use 5/32. Okay, yeah, that's going to be plenty. Just be real careful when you go through to make sure you don't wallow that hole out any bigger than it needs to be. Alright, perfect. Now we're just going to press it in. There we go. And now you have your impulse fitting. And it's tight. See? Won't spin at all, so we're airtight. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put some JB Weld right there where it impulses from the crankcase through the intermediate flange. But you don't have to see that, so and everything else is just plug and play. I just wanted to show you that because that was the more technical portion of this, and some people may not feel comfortable doing it. So y'all have a good one. Stay safe.